Hello, hi there, gorgeous Scorpios, and welcome to your love forecast by me, Bella, the Secret Psychic. And if you've not seen me before, welcome to my channel. And how I work is I work with my spirit guides, so different type of reading to most that you would see, and that's how I work. So, basically, we're going to be looking at the next sort of over the 4 weeks, really, of the month of April when it comes to love in a general way, to give you some insight and to navigate through, and some important messages that my guides want to portray for you in this month. And if it doesn't resonate for any reason, then do check your sun or moon or star sign rising, because it may resonate with you a little bit more. And if not, come back next month because it may be more applicable to you then. But anyway, so what my guides want to kind of convey to you as we go through the beginning of the month, pretty much what they're saying to me for you guys to look out for is how, because I've been saying this for everybody, because you do need to know we are having quite a unusual phenomenon happening astrologically, where we have 4 planets going retrograde at different stages during this month, which is quite unusual. And then you've got all the new moons and the full moons. It's a bit of what I want to call a discombobulating energy. It will have effects where you might feel up and down. It's happening with every sign, so you're not alone, but perhaps in just different ways because of where the energies of those planets sit in the houses of your star sign, basically. So we've got Venus, Pluto, Saturn and Mercury going retrograde at different times, which is a lot of planets and big ones too. So what we have going on is at the beginning of the month for you, I'm being shown that you're making decisions. It feels like judgments, if I'm being honest with you, judgments about who and what it is you want to be with, or who and what it is you need to get out of a relationship or connection. You're looking for greatness, you're looking for love, you're looking for closeness, you're looking for all the things that we all look for in a relationship. But for whatever reason, it is either you're feeling it's not within you. Now, because it's at the beginning of the month, we got the Venus retrograde, that often anxes us to do that. It often anxes us to look at where our love life is at and to say to us, are we happy? And you really do need to acknowledge that if you're making judgments, and they're particularly if they're falling into the negative camp, that you do need to kind of do that kind of weighing and balancing to kind of find out whether, to figure out, are you seeing more judgments in the negative than you are in the positive? If it is that way, then you need to be honest with yourself for your own well-being, and to give yourself that opportunity for the universe to align you to what it is that you do desire, to actually free yourself from any connections where actually there is way more bad happening or dissatisfaction happening than good. So do spend that week, just as this week has been indicated to me, to make those decisions. Particularly if you're newly dating, maybe the dating site you're using is just not working for you. Change it. Maybe who it is you're just newly dating is not putting in the things that you need. Do not put yourself in a connection just because it feels all right to have somebody. No. Venus is asking you to be real. Some of you may be making judgments where actually it is okay, and that's fine. It's just a week of you making sure that you're sure, basically, and feeling very comfortable that you're nurturing that inner voice, your higher self, when it comes to your romantic desires. As you come to the second week, I feel you feel very content with your decision. I don't get any of you feeling like you've made a loss, or it's if you've let something go, then you're happy to do it. If you remained with somebody, you're happy to do it. So you're in a very contented place. You feel quite empowered, either in your feminine or masculine energy at that time. You feel like you've made really good decisions. You feel really like you listened to yourself, basically. And as a result, you didn't get it wrong. So the theme for the first 2 weeks, and just as we go into the Mercury retrograde, which can really magnify even more so what we perceive to be negative, you're actually feeling quite content with your decision, quite empowered by your decision, either way, no matter what decision you made. I feel for those of you who are in a close connection, you just are in a space of contentment, which is nice, because sometimes long-term relationships can be full of all sorts of practical issues that are outside of the love aspect, but you're feeling content, good. No problems either way, which is good. We like that. Trust me, if you saw the other readings, there's been all over the place. So you're in a good place. And actually, when I look at you as a star sign for the whole of the month, you are generally in a much better um, energy position in terms of how you cope with things and how you are using your own intuition to guide you and navigate it through it in a really good way. It's almost a bit like, Pac-Man. I don't know if I'm showing my age now, but you get the Pac-Man that chases the balls. Nobody's chasing you. There's no ghost chasing you. You're happy munching the balls and nobody's getting to you. Because as you go to the third week, it's just saying here that you just have direction when it comes to your love life. You feel like you're communicating with the other person, they're communicating with you. You're planning things, you're having options. So could be dates, this could be holidays, this could be buying a car, buying a house. You've got direction, but it feels you're leading. Sometimes one way or another, when we're in any partnership, somebody's always kind of leading or directing it a little bit. And in this month, you definitely are taking control and taking charge of your own happiness. And for those of you who have walked away, again, you're really happy to kind of say to yourself, right, in this third week, I'm going to be looking in this direction to where I want my relationship to go, and I'm going to do it this way. So I am going to change my dating habits. I'm going to change to a different site, or I'm going to join a club, or whatever it is. You're changing things up, and you're very confident about it. So much so for those of you who are single at that point, or still are single, in the last week, very good time to be putting all those actions into plans. Just go for it. Just go for it. Because I'm getting here that for those who are single in particular, your energy in that time and your decision making and your focus and your determination, and it's all very calmly done. It's not been done with any kind of heat of emotion. You do connect with somebody who pretty much ticks your wish list. They are coming across as being very grounded, very calm. So for me, that would be a lot of you will be getting into very earth sign kind of energies, or have earth sign traits, where you just get it. And again, you just leave the end of that month feeling really like you know how to make decisions that are best for your higher self. It feels to me that you guys really come out of that Venus retrograde energy more empowered than others, with a sense of focus, that you won't make wrong choices because you're highly listening to your intuition and it's not letting you down. I mean, our intuition never lets us down, but you guys are really tuning into it. You're not basically letting your ego overtake things to kind of put you in a negative state. You're not actually letting the energy of these 4 planets, particularly the Mercury retrograde, which usually gets to people's psychology in a negative way. It's dripping off you, basically. It's like bouncing away. You would be good in this month to help console other people that may be having relationship issues, because your energy almost would engulf them. So if you've got people around you that are experiencing different, do be an ear, do be a voice of wisdom for them, because it would really help. Basically, you're being shown at the end of the month, pretty much as you've been going through the whole of the month, as going in the right direction for you and nobody else. And it works for you very, very well. So this has been a pleasure, because I think you're one of the few star signs that I've read for where actually it wasn't all up and down all over the place. It was pretty solid, but it's a clear demonstration of your head and your heart and your mind for that month, that you have direction, purpose, and you get what you want out of any love connection, new, established, old, whatever. You are riding this very, very well. So well done. So I do hope that's helped you today, Scorpios. If you've liked this, do like, do subscribe, do share. I do love to hear from you all. And if you'd like to know more about me and my services, or have a private reading, the links are just down below. So do take care, and you guys have an amazing April, because you sure will. Take care. Bye.